lessons in their abstract academic sense only, but lessons to learn real life on how to work and be good servants to others. Hence the word service industry. Finally, I would like to thank and congratulate all the awardees. We started this 5 years ago so as to inspire our students to give more than they take. If all of us just take more, nothing will be left to bring about our development. But if we give more and we take the simple arithmetic, we will be left with a surplus to develop our country. These awardees gave more and continue to give more to our society than they take. All of them, except one person, are well-known personalities of this country, and their contributions are also well-known. However, we decided to include one person that is not well-known, someone who lives up-country in the small village of Jirong. That is Kalilu Jame. Kalilu is an example of someone who went through the back way in 2002 from the Gambia to Spain. He went through horrible situations in the desert and finally arrived in Lanzarote in December 2003, covering a total of 17,000 kilometers, mostly by walking on foot, in buses, cars, trains, trucks, and finally by boat, passing through Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Libya, Algeria, Morocco, and Western Sahara, suffering the unspeakable, with many of his companions dying on the road. In Spain, Khalil was fortunate to attend a university and wrote a book that made the headlines. He decided to come back to the Gambia after this to start a foundation called Khalil Jame Foundation. Mainly done to inspire young people to contribute to the Gambia. When Khalil came back, he decided to go back to his village, Jirong, which was deserted in 1981 when he was young. Totally deserted. No one living in the village anymore. Not a single soul was left in Jirong when he came back. People left Jirong mainly due to lack of water, no good roads leading to better facilities on the highway, salt intrusion in their rice fields, and so on. Khalil came back, started an orphanage and school for children, agricultural orchard and banana garden, orange groves, extended cashew farm, and a vegetable garden. He also just started beekeeping. Now the population of Jirong is slowly growing, and Khalil is the alcalde. Apart from this, he also built 5 roundhouses for visitors and volunteers mainly from Spain. We came to know Khalil's work when a football team from Spain wanted us to link them to a local team. We linked them to Real Madrid, trying to say Ghanaian because that's his football club. Even though Jirong has limited facilities, with limited accommodation to house 40 footballers and their officers, The team wanted us to arrange an overnight stay to see the project. They decided to sleep off to experience the village cultural experience. Recently, ITTOG went to Girong to train 10 girls on how to make Girong a cultural center for tourists. It is because of such an inspiration that we decided to include Kalilu as a cultural awardee. I hope you will agree with us that Kalilu may not be well known, but he is an inspirational figure in our country. Thank you all, to all the parents and sponsors, for sponsoring your children under very difficult economic circumstances. Thank you to our dedicated lecturers, to our head of school, the board of governors, who against all odds, sometimes with low salaries, are still with us doing their best. Thanks to organizations that have helped us over the years, organizations like People and Places back in the UK, who's helped us by sending volunteers to our school, not to teach, but to transfer skills. They are very principled in that. They said they are not going to replace Gambians in their profession, but they can help to transfer skills. And one of them is here with us today. I want you to stand up just to show the good work that you've been doing. We have other organizations who are very inspired with what we are doing. The Catalan Agency for Cooperation and Development, Ethnic in Spain, the Leeds Met University, who we've been working on for, I think since we started, or 10 years now. And they have been bringing students over the years, 20 to 25 master's degree students, and we lecture these students on sustainability, responsible tourism. And from these monies we've been used to actually subsidize the fees of our students. Because definitely, if we want to rely on only the tuition, we would have closed up a long time. Because most of our students sometimes cannot pay the fees that we are looking for, even though the fees sometimes is not more than £300-400. It's just $20,000 we charge per annum. Or we have been charging $15,000 for many years per annum. Now is the time we increase it. But there, it is a real challenge to a lot of parents to pay this amount. And that's why we are involved in a lot of projects that will also assist other parents who cannot actually help to pay the fees for their parents. ITTOG has a sponsorship program where people can sponsor, and we use that to help students that are unable to pay their fees throughout the year. We are very grateful to all these sponsors for making it possible for the past 16 years for us to keep on growing. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to read all of it. It's just a few notes, actually. Let's start by recognizing the high table. First, I'll start with the master ceremony, who's been very instrumental in making sure that we have ceremonies really enjoyable. And also the board chairman, we just heard him. And the head of school, Mr. President Yang, is always on the go, never tired, never late. Also, some members of the diplomatic council that are present with us, and Madam Dr. Jabans, Mr. Jai, and Habibabo, also on the high table. Our past have crossed, I'm sure. We are grateful for the invitation to give a remark as a guest. Actually, I wanted to write a speech, and I decided, no, I will go there and make the situation, and then so that I can shift from the heart. I would start by acknowledging Also, the parents for supporting the students all the way to graduation, because I know what it means. I was once a student and I needed that help from the parents guidance. And thank you for supporting them to graduation. Also, the graduates, well done. We appreciate your hard work, and I hope you will be enjoying the fruits of labor that everybody has actually implanted in you, in the school, and at home, and in the environment and community. Last year, I was fortunate to be at the graduation, and I guess the guest speaker chose an important topic, which was discipline. I guess I will not repeat his words, but please allow me to elaborate a little bit on discipline. Because actually, that's what makes it, and that's what breaks it. But you can't be disciplined if you don't have knowledge. We've been taught in school that knowledge is the key to success. But I would say knowledge is the key to life itself. Because even the Prophet, the first message was to learn, to acquire knowledge, before anything else. So knowledge is important because it teaches you what is right and what is wrong. And if you don't know what is right or wrong, you have no place in society. So knowledge is fundamental. And please cherish this knowledge that has been given to you through a lot of hard work and effort. And the next thing is about patience. Nowadays we are toying with impatience. And that is why it is extremely difficult to head institutions and to head even the mosques and churches because of people have lost patience. And I think without patience, then discipline is not inspiring. Let's try to be patient so that we can actually get to the bottom line. I was reading on the news that somebody close to 80 years old and he crossed a marathon of 40 kilometers. I never thought that could exist. But I'm sure the person has put so much effort and time into realizing this. May I also add tolerance? It's important that we tolerate each other, that we give each other their due and accept each other for what they are and who they are and for what they know and for what they don't know, so that we can be tolerant enough to be able to absorb the knowledge that we need. The other one is respect. So respect is not something you command, by the way. You can command fear, people will fear you, but you cannot command to be respected. It's something that you earn. It's something that you wait for and earn it, and it is given. But make sure that you reciprocate, you respect others for what they have done and for what they are capable of doing. Also, appreciation. I was taught one time that gratitude is the best attitude. Be grateful for what you have been given and appreciate it. Because if you don't appreciate, you wouldn't know the value of what you have. And you wouldn't know the value of who you are. Because appreciation starts within self. You have to appreciate yourself for who you are, for your value, for your worth, before you can even appreciate others for what they have or for what they know. Also, exercise kindness. What you give is what you get. If you give kindness, it will come back to you. And we have been taught by our parents and teachers to be kind. And I think this gentleman here was one example of giving kindness. Because that is why he was able to rebuild a deserted village and bring it back to life. So kindness is something that we have been taught, and it's something that we should value, and it's something that we should also give. But above that, be righteous. I know It's human nature to err, but please, you have been taught right and wrong. You have been taught to be on the right side. I was depressed one day, and then one of my consultants walked into my office, and he said, "You look depressed." I said, "Yes." And he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I think I am not able to take it anymore." He said, "Why?" I said, "Just like Mr. Bassett, I have the biggest job in this country, and I'm weary of it. There are so many challenges, and sometimes I am lost, and I need to be found." He said, "You know what? You are just like, a tree that is with many mangoes." I said, "Yes." He said, "Many of them are green, they are not ripe. But people always look for the right mango. So that is why you are the right mango, and a lot of expectations are on you. That is the only reason, and nothing else. So try to meet expectations." So it was a lesson. But honestly, that's what it is. You have to exercise righteousness, and so that you can earn everything else that goes with it. I'm sorry, but I'll keep reading the book. The next point that I wanted to share, it is plan. You know, when I was at the Ministry of Health, we have this slogan: if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Of course, I thought it was just a silly phrase. But the more I did programming, the more I did about planning and strategy planning, then the more I realized the work of planning. This building that we are enjoying today was built on plan. So if there was no plan, there wouldn't be any building. And these children that we are celebrating today, there was a plan for them, from their parents and from their teachers, and from their colleagues. That's why they're able to build what they have built today. There are challenges, but we should not be weary or afraid of challenges. We should learn instead, turn those challenges into opportunities. And yes, we can, if we only know them as challenges and not as problems. And we should complain less and work hard to resolving our challenges. Let's use less assumption in our plans, because every time we are good at assuming. And assumption is one of the biggest problems in the world. So let's assume less, and we put more on realistic baseline and solid plan. That is better than assuming what we don't know. Don't be afraid of failure. In life, just take it as a lesson and move on. I can tell you some of my failures, but I wouldn't, because time will be coming. But also, don't be afraid of rejection. You just come back better next time. You just prepare better and come back better. So make sure that we are not afraid of rejection. Keep your plan in focus, because with focus, it's only that you know for real and for sure where your journey will end, your destination. Now, I will also continue, if you allow me, for a ceremony. One thing that we are not good at as Gambians is to communicate. I will say that we have a lot of success stories in this country. Success stories like this gentleman, and there are lots of them that are out there, even in our institutions. We have lots of success stories, but we are not good at showcasing the success stories. We always fail in communicating well. So please learn to communicate well. And I think the demonstration of the cabin crew, it was absolutely about communicating. So, and they communicated well, because I can learn from the applause that came. So, know what you are communicating first. Again, we come back to it. If you don't know what you are communicating, forget it. You are not a communicator. And also, know your target audience. Who are you talking to? If you don't know your target audience, then I think your communication is not on the right path. know how to package it well. You know, I think the short point from Mr. President about the teacher's point is a short package message. Very well packaged. And I'm sure there are others. So but I'll just stop with that. Now also, let's deliver without a flaw. We have to learn to perfect our ways and our means and our paths. Because with that, then we do communicate flawlessly. And I think Mr. Pedro was one person that I admired when he communicates. And I always used to remind him that you communicate very well. And thank you. But don't always stop at that. Please go further. Evaluate your impact. You should know whether what you have communicated is received or not received well, so that you can do better and improve on it next time. Ladies and gentlemen, may I continue? To just wrap up, I had somebody say no, I'm boring you, I'm sure. Diversity is important. Let's diversify our thinking and our doing. We live in a global village, and of course, I will share the Banjul experience or the Gambia experience. When I go out of the country, I'm proud of the diversity of this small country, which is the Gambia, with 95% Muslim, 5% Christian. And we have an ethnicity difference that is so diverse. But I think if I take the Banjul challenge, the Banjul experience, I would say that they have beaten the diversity issue. Because Upper Grama, for example, was born in Kiang, went to Banjul, and brought up in Banjul. His origin is Kiang, he's Mandinka. When he speaks Aku, he speaks Wolof, he integrated, he has a wife, he went to Europe, and they integrated, and they came back and still integrated, and teaching us what it means to integrate. Well, I'm picking on him because I know him. I see a lot of faces that I know. They don't know me. We the younger people know the other people. We used to call them photos in Bangladesh. But I'm sure they will not remember that. But we looked up to them. And of course, I will share my experience. When I was going to school, the first thing I learned was how to bath. Like haircuts. And I used these very cold combs and a razor blade. That's how I started. And most of them I have done it for them. And they used to give me $5 and $10. I've done my share of gambling at the party at night. I also have done my share. I used to actually sell music at the Pacific Recording Studio with Sultan Davis. And I used to get those proceeds to pay for my own school fees and my own lunch money. So I started being resourceful from young. And I had my failures as well. But, I'm standing strong and I'm standing tall. So please, I recall that when Pope John Paul came here in the 80s, and then the King Fahad Mosque was newly built. And right across it, we had the St. Augustine Church. And then he was sitting in somewhere and watching on the street, and see people will come all the way to the two doors, and some will go right, some will go left, and then they pass. So some will go worship Allah, others will go worship Christianity, and So, and then I think he made this. I read it somewhere at the time. But what he has seen in the Gambia, he has not seen anywhere in the world. I think that's a good example of being diverse. So, ladies and gentlemen, and I cannot conclude on diversity if I don't speak about biodiversity, because that's my specialty. Also, be sensitive to the environment. The environment is actually failing us, or we are failing the environment. And the human life and the environment cannot go differently. So let us put focus on the environment, let us safeguard our environment, let us conserve our environment so that we can enjoy the free oxygen that we utilize. And by the way, apart from the free air that we have, the oxygen that we breathe, food is the most important commodity in life. So Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot conclude without really asking you to be creative, to think out of the box, to be a different, to be an agent of change. Because we elders and us, we have gone our part. It is your responsibility to pick up from where we have left and improve on what we have done or what we have achieved, and so that we live in a better world. We make this place even better than we have left it when we are long gone. And on that, I want to thank everybody again for their time and for giving me this opportunity once more rather, to speak. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed an honor to stand here, but first I must make a comment about Tijan Yang. He has a memory that surpasses everyone else that I know. I met him several years ago, just after I retired, and he said, do you remember me, teacher? And I looked at this tall, handsome guy, and I said, no, I don't remember you. And he said, you taught me, you were teaching us in class, and you used to really insist that we spoke English well, as best as we could. And if you know Gambians, our fault to pronounce SH is a difficult one. So instead of she, we would say si. So I insisted that there was this rhyme, she sells seashells on the seashore. And so I said, I don't remember. You said, you don't remember me. All right. And with distinction, he recited these two sentences about this, which holds the sound of she. So thank you, teacher. Thank you. Who you associate with defines your beliefs, your character, your purpose in life, and your aspirations. It is true. Based on ITTOG record of excellence and what the organization has achieved in developing tourism and the performing arts, all the recipients, young and old, are grateful for this prestigious award. We share your dedication to the performing arts. We are proud to be associated with you, and we commend your efforts for the past 16 years. We pray that you continue to showcase our country, its beauty, and its diverse culture around the world. Thank you, and may success be yours forever. Thank you.
Our babies are no longer safe at this moment. I will advise you all to go home, and I will make sure foodstuffs are provided for each of you.
With a heavy heart, I hate to announce that the festival is over. Meanwhile, please say out the food items we have. You can make best use of it. Please stay in your houses. We, the leaders of the both villages, will make sure we keep you informed about anything. Please, stay home. Go ahead, we can go.
My heart swells with pride and gratitude as the representative of the graduating students. This momentous occasion marks the culmination of a year of hard work, dedication, and countless memories we have forged along with incredible joy. It is with profound joy and immense honor that I extend my warm welcome to each and every one of you as we come together to celebrate not only our individual achievements, but also the collective success of our graduating class. Today we express our deepest appreciation to all those who have supported us, guided us, and believed in us as we embark on the next chapter of our lives. Let us pause for a moment to reflect on the memories we have created. Honorable guest speaker, who is of course the director of FSQSA, board director, head of school, invited guests, parents, guardians, micro-graduates, ladies and gentlemen. Today I want to share my personal journey with all of you, from my early days to becoming a proud graduate student. My path hasn't always been smooth. I faced troubles, obstacles, hardships, and challenges along the way, but they only made me stronger and determined to achieve my dreams. In my deciding days to further my studies, I often doubted myself. I questioned my abilities, whether I had what it takes to make a real impact in the world of travel and tourism. But deep down, I knew that my passion for showcasing the beauty of the Gambia was burning right in me. So co-graduates, together let's harness the power of education, passion to transform the Gambia into a global tourism hotspot. Let's work hand in hand to create unforgettable experiences for visitors, whilst also empowering our local communities as we embark on this journey. Let's remember that our dreams are within reach. Let's never lose sight of our objectives and continue to push boundaries to make a lasting impact. Together we can make the Gambia side in the world of tourism. Congratulations on reaching these incredible milestones in our lives. We did it. It's a moment we celebrate all the hard work, dedication, and the unending assignment research sessions that brought us here. We should be proud of ourselves for this achievement, but let's not stop here. This is just the beginning of our journey. Now it's time to push ourselves even further, to strive for greatness, and to work harder than ever before. We have the potential to achieve extraordinary things, and it is up to us to make it happen. Let's not settle for mediocrity, but instead aim to be the best version of ourselves. As we venture out into the world, let's remember that we are not just graduates of our school, but ambassadors of its name and reputation. It is our responsibility to uphold the values and principles we have learned during this time here. Let's be shining examples of integrity, kindness, and leadership. Together we have the powers to make a positive impact on the world. Let's conquer our fears, embrace new challenges, and never stop learning. We have the potential to become exemplary leaders in our chosen fields, inspiring others with our determination and passion. But let's not forget the importance of supporting and uplifting each other. Along the way, we are a community of graduates, and together we can achieve so much more than we ever could alone. Let's celebrate each other's success, lend a helping hand, which needs to be a source of encouragement. To our parents, to our incredible parents, guardians, and sponsors, thank you for your unwavering support, endless persuasion, and constant encouragement. Your belief in us has been the driving force behind our achievements. We are forever grateful for the love and guidance you have provided through our lives. Your sacrifices and dedication have shaped us into the individuals we are today. From the late night peak talks to the caring instance, you have been there every step of the way. And of course to my mom. I know your journey has always been marked by countless challenges and obstacles. She has faced the most difficult situations with grace and courage, all for the sake of her family's happiness and survival. From overcoming financial hardships to navigating through personal setbacks, this is the showing of true meaning of resilience. Reflecting on the sacrifices he has made fills me with a mixed emotions. I am grateful for your dedication and the pain you endured to ensure that my siblings and I never felt envious of our peers. There has always been moments of despair and unimaginable hardships that has been shielded from us. That he has shielded us from, choosing to bear the burdens alone. To my esteemed institution, today as we stand here on the cusp of our graduation, we are filled with immense gratitude for the consistent support, mentorship, and guidance you have provided us through our time at ITTOG. Your dedication to our education, the knowledge you have employed in us, and the experiences you have shared have been invaluable in molding and preparing us for the job market and the world at large. We owe a great debt of appreciation to ITTOG. It has been our home away from home, a place where we have grown both academically and personally. The skills and expertise we have gained from this institution has equipped with us the tools needed to succeed in the ever-evolving travel and tourism industry. Finally, I have a speech for the sectoral players. To the esteemed Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Ministry of Tourism and Culture, the Gambia Tourism Board, the National Center for Arts and Culture, and of course the Gambia Hotel Association. As we gather here today to celebrate our graduation, I would like to take a moment to recognize and commend the incredible work that each of you has been doing in promoting and developing the travel and tourism industry in our beloved country. However, I would like to take this opportunity to urge and challenge each of you to further support, empower, and partner with ITTOG by collaborating on research projects, product development, destination marketing, and product rebranding. We can take our hospitality sector to a new height. ITTOG has proven itself as a leading institution in the field of travel and tourism education. By joining forces with ITTOG, we can combine academic knowledge with practical industrial expertise, fostering innovation and creating a stronger workforce that will drive our hospitality sector forward. As we step into the professional world, let's remember the impact we make. Let's use our passion for travel and tourism to promote our beloved country, showcase its hidden gems, and provide unforgettable experience. In conclusion, finally, as we journey along, we the heroes, I would like to end this speech with a short story. As we journey along with the hero of any story, we realize that we too are the lead characters of our own life. I am here today to remind each of you that you are the heroes of your story. Your life is your story, and adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your own purpose and potentials. I thank you all.